Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I thought I would give you guys an extra little video this week because one of my sponsors is a little bit delayed, so I thought I would give you guys something to watch this week. Josh and I are actually in Cancun, Mexico right now. We are on our 10-year anniversary trip and we came to this place called Secrets Cancun Riviera, and y'all, I've never been anywhere like this before. It is absolutely beautiful. Josh and I have never done an all-inclusive resort. Honestly, we usually, when we go on our vacations, we just stay with friends in their guest bedrooms and stuff like that. And so it was such an awesome opportunity to be able to do this. We also were able to celebrate my cousin Travis's wedding here. It was last night, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Josh and I arrived, we actually had a huge surprise. We came over to our room right here and we saw this sweet little banner that says happy anniversary. Well, y'all, we walked in and we saw our room. And I looked at Josh and I was like, this has got to be wrong. We looked around and we obviously see like a living room and stuff, and we talked to the person and we're like, no, this isn't right. We just have like a regular room. And they told us that every once in a while they will just randomly choose a couple and upgrade them to, what is this one called? The master suite?
Master suite, yeah.
It's the penthouse suite. So yeah, you can see here that you walk in and there's immediately this like little bathroom. So this is like the bathroom that's for the living room area and everything. And then you come out here and this is like a little dining table and whatnot. You come over to this and there's like a little kitchenette and they've got the mini fridge and stuff down here. One of the craziest things to me was realizing that you can eat out of the mini fridge at an all-inclusive resort. It's a little bit early, we're actually leaving today, but I wanted to get some footage of this to show y'all before we left. But then you come into this super nice living room with a big old TV, and then it looks out here onto the balcony. Okay, so out here you can see that there is a huge hot tub. Josh and I did make use of that, and then we've got all of the huge trees and then a view of the ocean. It's been pretty windy here lately, but no less beautiful. And then you come out here and you see that there's like a couple lounge chairs, a couple of other chairs. But you guys, the suite is like crazy. It even like wraps around the side of the building. Okay, so coming back inside, this door leads into the bedroom area. Sorry, our bed is not made. Like I said, we literally just woke up. And you know what? I'm not looking to make a bed on vacation. So we've got our bed here. It's got this cool like orange light behind it. And then we've got the big TV. Josh and I never watch TV in bed, so we've been kind of like indulging in that. And then it's so cool. It's got this like really big standalone tub in the middle of the room. I will say we did not use that. And then the little makeup vanity area. And then the double sink over here. So, and then it leads you into the shower, which is really beautiful. It has the double rain heads if you're into that kind of thing. I am not. I prefer this. So, but yeah, it's enormous in here. So cool. And then last but not least, we've got, well, I guess we've got this little closet right here where we hung up all of our clothes. We've got like a safe and stuff. And then over here is the toilet for the bedroom area. So as you guys can see, it is just absolutely beautiful. I was telling somebody about it and I literally started crying just because we have never had anything like this ever before. So we just felt so blessed that, you know, out of all the people at the resort, they just happened to choose us to get this room. So literally it came completely out of the blue, and Josh and I were like shocked, but we have been so grateful. Okay, and this is actually the pool area down here. It's cool. A lot of people have these little swim up bar areas. And this is actually probably a really good time to film this because there's not half naked people there, but it's so pretty how they have these little walkways here, and then all of the seats. But as you can see, it's just absolutely beautiful down here. We are so grateful, and that's our room right there. We were lucky we actually got to sit in these cabanas the past couple days, so just soak in some sun, because dude, we have not done that in so long. Here is another pool down in this area, and then over here is like all of the restaurants. So I know that Josh is getting me a coffee in this little shop. Hey baby.
Hey.
So I can't remember where I left off, but basically this is Josh and I's first ever like all-inclusive vacation, like romantic vacation, right? So we tried to do a redo honeymoon when we went to Washington and Oregon and stuff, and it was really cool what we did up there. We did a lot of like camping and more kind of like rustic stuff, but we've never done anything that was like super relaxing like this before. But we needed to redo our honeymoon because we had like the honeymoon from hell. The day after we got married, I got a horrible UTI, like worse than anything you could ever imagine. And I could barely even sit still for like 10 minutes without going to the bathroom. We went on a cruise line, which we were super excited about. And it just so happened that it was the California June gloom. And basically what that means is that even though it was in the middle of June and we were going on a cruise, we were supposed to go from Los Angeles down to Cabo, it was like 50 degrees and high winds, especially out on the water. And so we had only brought like shorts and tank tops and stuff like that. And so we were freezing. So the pools were completely empty and everybody was like jam-packed into the hot tubs. So we didn't feel like necessarily being smashed into a hot tub with a bunch of strangers. And so we didn't even go into the water, I think, the entire time that we were there. And then we were really excited to be able to eat the food, but
it wasn't very good.
It was not good, honestly. And I won't say
we're
the
not
name.
Like snobs or anything like that, but
Yeah.
It just was all very mediocre at best. Even like standard things like
there was like a
pizza
buffet, which
like
is
burgers.
Yeah, the buffet was very disappointing. For every dinner we went to like a nice dinner, but the dinner was located on the end of the boat where it was the rockiest in y'all. I did not realize how seasick I would get. So I was like literally on the verge of throwing up the entire time. And also we had spent like every last penny that we had on the wedding.
So fun.
We did not have enough money for me to even see a doctor about my UTI or to get like a seasickness patch, anything. We literally didn't even have, I think, $100 at this point.
Yeah.
And I think it was $150 to see the doctor. We just decided to keep going. Well, on top of that, I have this stupid condition where it's a mental condition. It's a mental problem that I cannot, number 2, when I am traveling, and it is horrible. And so on top of the seasickness and the UTI and the cold weather and the bad food, I was like hurting in my stomach. It was so bad.
So fun.
About midway through our honeymoon, I also got my monthly visitor, so that was nice, a nice addition. And then finally, when we got back to California, we stayed with Josh's parents for a couple of days. They finally took me to a doctor, and they got me on a diuretic where I got to, share a bathroom with 7 people and just have diarrhea for the next couple days.
So fun.
That was our honeymoon. Also, we did go to Disneyland, and that was really fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. So anyway, we always just joke about how it was like the worst honeymoon ever. We did win the newlywed game on the boat, but we just really wanted to do something that kind of made up for it. And so I would say that this trip like absolutely did that. We had a blast. He's got all of his work stuff that's going on. I feel like I'm like always like a mom, a homemaker. Now I'm like the content creator, business person. And there's just all these hats that we have to wear. And I don't know, it was nice doing this trip because I felt like we were just able to be us for a little bit. And I don't think we've ever been able to really do that on a trip like this.
Yeah, well, it's not that we're not ever just us, but it was nice to not have any responsibilities, but just to be together. What we were going to do, honestly, and what we were going to eat were the two biggest decisions of every day. And, you know, for what we were going to do, it really was like, are we going to lay by the pool or are we going to be in the pool? And that was like really nice, you know. That was cool. We got to sleep till whenever we woke up, which was still like 7 o'clock every day.
Hey, one day I slept until 8.
It was nice. I think that's more of the reality of it, is like we were able to just focus on not having to worry about anything.
Well, and focus on each other. With all of the weights of like decision making and stuff, especially with kids and whatnot, sometimes it's easy to kind of bicker about little things, you know, but I think that we were so blessed because I don't think we argued about one thing this entire time. We just had so much fun together, y'all. This was like such a blessing to us, and we feel so thankful to have been able to do it. So anyway, there's just a little quick update on what we did this week, and maybe I'll show you a couple of, you know, pictures of the wedding and maybe a couple pictures of us on our trip. Honestly, we didn't take a whole lot because when I'm on vacations, I just don't think about taking pictures, and I honestly probably took more on this trip than I ever have before. But yeah, honestly, I just want to forget about creating content. I want to forget about anything like that. I just want to hang out and be with Josh. So anyway,
so great.
This is the end of our trip, and it's been great seeing you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.